Most of us think of brain changes as something that happens because of a major injury or getting older. But the truth is, your brain is like plastic. It's constantly being reshaped by what you do most often. If you feel like your focus is gone, or you're always tired, it might not be who you are, but how you've accidentally trained your brain to function. The infinite scroll, training for distraction. We've all been there. You open your phone for 1 second, and suddenly 40 minutes have vanished. When you spend your first hour of the day or your lunch break mindlessly scrolling through short-form videos, you are teaching your brain that it only needs to pay attention for 15 seconds at a time. Over time, your brain actually loses its ability to engage in deep work. You're essentially wiring yourself to be bored by anything that doesn't give you a quick hit of excitement. The 2 a.m. replay, the rumination loop. Do you ever lie in bed replaying an awkward conversation from 3 years ago? When you habitually think over on mistakes or what-ifs, you're strengthening the neural pathways for stress. Your brain can't tell the difference between a real threat and a memory. By replaying the cringe, you're keeping your brain in a state of high alert, making it physically harder for you to feel relaxed or safe in the present moment. The busy trap, constant multitasking. We wear multitasking like a badge of honor, but the brain isn't actually designed to do 2 things at once. It's just task switching very quickly. If you're always checking emails while watching a movie or texting while eating, you're training your brain to live in a state of cognitive fragmentation. This lowers your filter, making it harder for your brain to ignore irrelevant information. This is why you might feel brain fog even after a full night's sleep. The inner critic dialogue, negative self-talk. Think about the way you talk to yourself when you drop a glass or miss a deadline. Would you talk to a friend that way? Probably not. When you daily tell yourself, "I'm an idiot," or "I always mess up," your brain starts to treat those statements as absolute truths. It stops looking for solutions and starts looking for evidence to prove you right. You are literally building a filter that only lets you see your failures while your wins get ignored. Fearing the silence, constant background noise. Many of us can't shower, cook, or drive without a podcast, music, or a YouTube video playing. While it seems harmless, this habit denies your brain default mode processing. Silence is when your brain files away memories and solves complex problems in the background. By constantly feeding it external input, you're preventing your brain from doing its cleanup work, leading to a feeling of being mentally cluttered. The yes reflex, chronic people-pleasing. If your daily habit is saying yes to every request because you're afraid of conflict, your brain stays in a survival mode. It perceives social rejection as a physical danger. Over time, this keeps your stress hormones high, which actually shrinks the parts of the brain responsible for logical thinking and emotional control. You aren't just being nice. You're teaching your brain that everyone else's needs are more important than your own safety. The good news is that because your brain is plastic, it can be rewired in the other direction. Just like these habits changed your brain over time, small shifts, like 5 minutes of silence or catching a negative thought, can start to build a healthier, calmer mind. You aren't stuck with the brain you have today. You are the architect of the brain you'll have tomorrow.